Hello, my air signs. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is for all my Geminis, my Libras, my Aquarians, no matter where it is at in your chart. And we're going to be focusing in on the dates of August 29th to September 5th. But if you're coming across this outside of that time frame, then I would still listen to this because the Creator, Spirit, they're outside time and space. And if your intuition, your gut brought you here, I'm sure there's messages here for you. So watch on. But if you are watching this between August 29th and September 5th, the only really energy I want to talk about for this week that was standing out in like the astrology was that the new moon in Virgo is coming up on September 6th, the Monday after this reading is kind of focused in on Labor Day. But it does, bring you that the week before a new moon can still be impacting us. And so that energy is still influencing what's going on this week. So I want to make sure to mention that. I have created a separate new moon in Virgo reading for each individual zodiac sign. And I'll throw the playlist at the end of this video. So if you want to check that out, feel free to do so. And then what we're going to do for you for this week, all of my air signs, is we're going to pull a card here first from this Path of the Soul Destiny cards. And I love these cards because the creator, Cheryl Lee Harnish, she actually, it's called fractal imaging, and she'll enter like formulas into this program, and it generates the images. And I call them like the spiritual ink blot. So when I show you the card, look at it and see what jumps out to you right away, because there can be additional messages for you from this week. And then we'll see what she intuitively also picked up on the card from that little book. So creator for our signs, what do you want them to know about this week? Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Card number 36, and I'll kind of just zoom in and show you so you can see it up closer here. There you go. And then let's see what message is in this one for you. And this one is called Revealed. Do you know how beautiful you truly are? It's time to stop hiding from the world. The universe is calling you. You have so much to offer, so much to give. This card is a reminder for you to see who and what you truly are. You are part of the one, capital O-N-E. You are beautiful and perfect in every way. When you hide yourself, you are withholding not only your energy, but your love for yourself and love for others. So embrace yourself and all your quirks. We all have them. Let yourself be free. Let yourself shine. Beautiful. Yes, when you see through the eyes of the Creator who loves you unconditionally, the whole spirit realm is made of unconditional love. I mean, we are made of, everything here is made of unconditional love as well. We just are having this beautiful movie that we're in to experience what it might feel like to experience the opposites of where we come from. But, this almost, nothing can show us what the other side really looks like, but it is rainbows and beauty and full of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace. And they all on the other side, the Creator and Spirit and our guardian angels and spirit guides, our loved ones who were with us here and are back on the other side, all our ancestors, unicorns, fairies, leprechauns, whatever you believe are these beings of unconditional love and light. They all love us unconditionally. And we have our higher self is still existing on the other side. It's just a piece of us is experiencing and disconnected for a moment so that we could feel like what it might feel like to be alone, to feel all these, feeling limited and small and powerless, and, what a victim, being a victim might feel like, and or a villain might feel like, or, being a hero might feel like, all the stuff that we're experiencing down here. But the core of it is remembering who you really are. And when you hide yourself and stay consumed with being that small little human being, then, like it says, you don't feel that unconditional love from yourself and from the other side. And when you only love yourself this much, that's as much love as you can give, and that's how much love you can receive. So as you connect more to your self-love and to that higher love, the amount and capacity that you're able to give love expands, and get to receive love from the outside world also expands. So I'm loving this just awareness that's coming of who you really are and of the love that you're capable of receiving and giving. And we're going to pull cards here from the Rider-Waite Tarot and just see what additional messages the Creator has for all my air signs this week. I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, Creator, what else do you want our air signs to know for this week? What else? Okay, anything else? Okay, and that one there. Okay, those of these are it. All right, yep, and you've got the Knight of Swords. And the swords are all about your thoughts, your belief, your mindsets, your attitudes, and your expectations, all those mind things. And I love this because this is about movement. The Knight of Swords is all about movement and thought. So you're going from one place to another, and it's a rapid change. So definitely, swords are the air sign. So you being an air sign, you understand about being in your mind and your thoughts and analyzing and dissecting, information and learning. And so all that this is quick movement, which is totally normal for air signs. You're able to move so fast and so quickly in your mental realm. But you also have the Ace of Swords up here, which the Ace of Swords is the power to cut away old thoughts and beliefs and to let those go to make room for new thoughts and beliefs, which makes total sense here. Like we're talking about, the more you connect with your higher self and that unconditional love, the more you understand who you really are, and those beliefs and thoughts you've had about your worth and your lovability, they start to fall away, and you start to cut them away because you start to realize who you really are and how lovable you really are and how beautiful and perfect you really are. You may not feel perfect in this judgmental world full of all these conditions and rules that are thrown at you from the outside world, but those are all opinions. Those are all part of our journey to be able to experience feeling limited and confined. And as you realize, you're like, oh, okay, so that was all part of the journey. I can free myself, from a lot of those restrictions as I question them, and as I feel them and surround them with that unconditional love of who I am. Then I don't fear as much, and I don't worry about trying to be anything else. And we change from a human doing to the human being, our higher self, right? And that is the only message I really am feeling from this, with that change in thoughts, that movement of thoughts and beliefs. And this is exactly the card I was thinking of, because here's all our thoughts and beliefs restricting us and keeping us confined. And we think that other people are doing this to us, but we're the ones, these are our thoughts and our beliefs that are surrounding us. That is what's binding us and what's blinding us and making us feel small and restricted. And you can see standing in emotions here, as well. But we are the ones that, with that Ace of Swords, get to remove those and to free ourselves, cut our bounds, We take off our blinds. We move out from, feeling trapped and feeling confined. And I know it's like, well, but other people are the ones who, are telling me who I should be. And I have all these beliefs on, around everything in our lives, whether it's relationships or circumstances or things. We have all these roles that we've been inundated with since we were very young, from family, from, our organized religion, if we were in one, from movies, from books, from school, from friends, from peers, from the internet, everywhere we're getting all these supposed to's and shoulds and need to's, and it's all opinion. And when we realize that everyone can send stuff our way, but we don't have to take it on. When we were young, we didn't know any better. We took what everyone said as truth, and we just added it into our truth. But the beautiful thing is now, especially with connecting with who you really are, you see things from this higher perspective, and you're able to cut away things. You're able to remove those barriers, and you will never let go of anything you're not ready to let go of. So you don't have to be afraid. It's not going to be yanked away from you. You're not going to be forced to change your mind about anything, because you're the one that gets to decide. So simply inquiring and looking at these thoughts and these beliefs that are confining you is often just enough. Because when you look at something and you question it, and you're like, wait a minute, all the evidence you gave me before on this has holes in it, and you didn't tell me about this other information too, that you get from this higher perspective. And then you're like, this is silly believing in this one thing now that I am seeing it from a different perspective. And it just falls away because it knows you'll never believe it again, because you see it for the lie that it is, right? Then you got the Two of Wands. And the Wands is all about your drive, your ambition, your spirit as well. But I really feel with this new perspective and with letting these things go, that you're able to make new plans for your life, because you do see the world literally in a different light. And so Two is about making plans for the future, looking forward to what you can do with your life and how you want to do things differently. And it just gives you that's like the spark within you, the inspiration to go, you know what? I have these dreams of this thing I want to do, but I didn't feel I could do it because these beliefs before were keeping me refined. But now I'm going to look into that. I'm going to start planning. And this isn't necessarily about taking action yet. This is about looking and planning about what you want to do. In fact, with the Two of Wands, it almost looks like a pause button, where, like on a recorder or whatever, it's that pause when it's two bars. And so it's like pause, and now reflect and make plans. And then eventually you're going to hit play, right? And take action on those. Yeah, because here's the Seven of Pentacles, which is about, you will see fruit start to bear with the new plans that you're doing and the new way that you're going. But it's about being patient, and that it takes time for things that are planted to grow in order for things to be ripe. It's not ripe yet. If you pick those, they would be bitter, and they would not, because they're not ripe yet. They're not ready for the picking. So with this always comes this, I guess it's a Zen saying, but it's chop wood, carry water, where, you do the daily tasks, you do the very next step on a path of 1,000 steps. You don't focus on all 1,000 at the same time, because you'll probably trip and fall or become exhausted thinking about all 1,000 steps. You can make your plans, and then it's taking the very next step, the very next step, the very next step. And you don't look for all the future steps. You just look at maybe the next one or a couple in case you have to do something to be ready for that. But it's all about just taking a step at a time. And to get to the dream, to get to the harvest that you're looking for. So I like that. And then lastly, I'm going to pull a card here from these divine directions and just see what the final message is for you. What else do you have for our air signs? What else do you want them to know for this week? Okay, there's one that flipped over here. Okay, what else? Anything else? One last time. Oh, okay, this is it right here. There you go. So it says recharge. Please slow down. It's not selfish to take time out to look after yourself. I'm going to put that right under the pause here because, with this beautiful, limitlessness that you're experiencing here, it is a time to go, oh my gosh, I'm so exhausted from trying, to meet all those expectations in the outside world and have so much, that it's like a lot of mental energy that you're just realizing so much so quick this week that it's good to take some time out. And I really like about, it's not about taking action this week. It's about thinking about plans for the future because, very soon it's going to be about action coming. And so take this time to recharge, to refocus, to clear out what no longer serves you, because you have beautiful things coming. I love how this is a promise of growth and fruitfulness of your plans. It's just going to take time and take it one, step at a time. It takes time for seeds to grow. So, and just know as you go throughout this week that every second of every day, you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And I love you too. You have an amazing week, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. You take care now.